episode of the Eavesdropping Houses podcast. I'm Jesse. It's Matt. Matt, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's change of scenery for you.
Yeah, this is first time doing it in my car and hopefully the last. But both of us are such busy guys. Yeah, I'm at work right now, but you gotta step outside, get in the car, record a pod real quick.
Of course. Works at all hours of the day, even during work hours. So it's
Yeah,
good to see. Good to see.
you gotta find the priorities in life.
I hope your boss is not a fan of the pod.
Yeah, that would probably start some trouble.
This is your lunch. This is the lunch break, I think.
Yeah,
So yeah, that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess one thing that before we get into the topic of conversation for today, I guess we're just never gonna do a diary room again, or we need to do something. We need to think of something to
Yeah.
do with it. But in the meantime, we'll think of something, I guess.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. We got time.
Okay, cool. So now we had a little bit of a different week this week. You know, the streak was broken. For all my baseball fans out there, the Iron Man streak, Cal Ripken's so many games in a row. This was a streak that was up there with the greats. And Julie Chen broke it this weekend by missing her first ever eviction episode. Kind of crazy to believe because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure there was one episode where or the finale they showed one season where she was giving birth 2 weeks later. It was she did everything in her power to never miss an episode. She misses an episode because she got COVID. And we had Jerry O'Connell in his replacement. So Matt,
Have you heard of Jerry O'Connell before seeing him on Big Brother?
so I feel like he used to be on one of those midday game shows. There was
Mhm.
it was Pictionary. It was some crazy game show that wasn't on for a long time. And I think I saw him from that. I recognized his face and his name, but to be honest, if you asked me who he was before he said anything, I probably wouldn't have given the exact answer, the right answer.
Yeah. No, that was my same exact thoughts. I hadn't seen him though in any sort of game show host or anything. And I had zero expectations for how it would go. But CBS, with how many shows that they have and how many talk show hosts they have, they had a wide plethora of on-air talent that they could have chosen from. So they weren't gonna find some scrub. And
Yeah.
it seemed like when he appeared on the screen, the house guests were like, "Oh, like Jerry
Mhm.
O'Connell." And I wonder if like like somebody told them before he popped on the screen, hey, so Jerry O'Connell is gonna be the host today. He is this, and this. This is what he's done. So you don't just walk in who's this random guy on screen.
Yeah. Their reaction, if it was staged, they did a good job of acting because I thought
Yeah,
it was a pretty good reaction. I thought
yeah,
if it wasn't staged, I thought it was it made sense for him to be no, what you guys are supposed to say is hi Jerry. So then they knew his name was Jerry because
yeah,
I was maybe they don't, but it was interesting because they got no one else. They Jerry
yeah,
was the number one choice. It's not like Julie's out once a season and we're just getting whoever.
yeah.
Julie's out for the first time ever, and we're going with Jerry O'Connell. I'm
They kind of
okay.
messed up.
What?
I was hoping they kind of messed up. I was hoping
Yeah,
for Jeff Probst. Jeff
dude,
Probst.
dude. Why? How did they not do that?
Come on.
Oh, well, it was. So, what do you think of Jerry's performance?
So I was really thinking about it while watching it, how he was doing. And I feel like he was in a tough spot, going into it, because it's do you like really take on your own, bring your own personality into this? Do you just do what Julie does by adding your little flair, which is kind of what he did, right? He said the lines that she says, the catchphrases, and he had his own little personality to it. And I feel like that was the right way to go. It would have been weird for him to not say any of those things, and he looked really excited to do it. Like
Hmm.
the one thing that really stood out was when he like looks at the different camera angles, like, but first, like he was very
Yeah.
excited to say that. So I enjoyed it, and I think it was actually like kind of nice to see like a little change of pace from Julie. And then the last thing that he said, we were saying like Julie told me to say this was love one another. So I thought he did well, and I liked the his uh his his genuine affections. How do you when you put
Explain.
when you put like your own like when you change your voice to like the different
Oh, his voice inflection.
yeah like I liked some of his voice
Hmm.
inflections.
No, I thought he did good, like good job. It was kind of tough for him because it's like you got to do good on your first and last try. You're not going to get like,
Yeah,
oh, we'll get more comfortable at this. And like when
yeah,
he messed up, it like almost just played into it a little bit more like, oh, he's no Julie Chen, and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like I will say, I think Julie's catchphrases annoyed me for the first time on this episode. Like I like that he did it, and I think that was good. But like this whole season, whether it's on social media or it's on the show, it's such an emphasis on what Julie's like catchphrases are, and some of them, bro, are just so lame. Like
yeah,
expected, keep it. Let's run with it every time. Love one another. It's turned into such a meme. We got to do. He should have said hate everyone, but that's fine. And then but like but first, like have you ever seen like just any show where they have like breaking news at the beginning? We'll get to the
yeah,
first. Like, I don't know, like that's not the topic of the story or the video. The topic of the video is how Jerry did. I thought Jerry seemed like he came across as a fan of the show, even if he wasn't a fan of the show. I still felt like okay, he knows what he's talking about. He's kind of been watching the season. I thought his questions to Quinn, were good. I mean, they're pretty generic for everybody. You can just hook up.
he came up with those.
I don't know, but but they just didn't seem like foreign questions to him. Like he wasn't comfortable like asking them. He wasn't like doing an interview where he knew nothing about the subject, I guess, at hand. I thought it was hilarious that Julie just didn't want to hug Quinn. Like that's really she doesn't actually have COVID. She just didn't hug Quinn. That was a little funny. Like they come out and they just like shake hands, and I'm just like that's the difference between Julie right here, like
Yeah,
like I'm jumping in your arms or something like that. I don't know.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it was nothing crazy. It was kind of crazy, just monumental that Julie wasn't going to be on the episode and finding out that
yeah,
this was the first time. As for the replacement, it was whatever. I didn't know him. He did a good job. I think he got a lot of love on social media. But our boy Anton was not a fan, so I was definitely skeptical about going in. But Anton hates
yeah,
everyone, so it's okay.
yeah. And like if Julie like retires or like stops doing the show, do you think Jerry
No,
will be the automatic replacement or like
I don't
will the
want him to be.
yeah.
Like, I think Jerry seems like a
I think
really
it should be
fun.
you.
Stop. We should do it together. We should co-host.
Yo.
I don't want to think like Jerry wasn't like good in that regard, but we don't need to just give it to him. Like, I'm not sold on him being the best option.
Yeah.
But I felt like he did have a good personality for the show. Like he was
Yeah.
much better. Like Jeff might have been a little too serious or something.
Yeah. That's
Like
what I say.
like Quinn, like sitting at the chairs with him and be like, "So your house guests evicted you. How do you feel?" And like it just wouldn't have been like some upbeat or whatnot.
Who do you feel most betrayed by?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's for another episode because that's all we got for us
Should we
today.
make a Survivor pod?
Yeah, let me just go. I didn't watch this past season.
There's like the new season comes out like next week.
That's what they even said too. It's like why not have Jeff host so it's a good like chance to preview the.
Yeah.
They said he's on an
Missed
island, and then
opportunity.
someone replied saying, "There's no seasons being recorded right now." And then someone replied, "He's on an island. Trust me." I don't know. Cool. Well, good luck at work.
Thank you.